And to open this event, I give the floor to the FISU acting president, Mr. Leons Eder.
Thank you very much, Albinella. Dear students, dear representative of national and continental university sports federations, dear speakers, dear friends. My name is Leons Eder. I'm the FISU acting president since 2021. I am really very pleased to welcome all of you to this main session of the 2023 FISU Volunteer Leaders Academy. Let me thank each and every one of you for being here with us today. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the FISU Education and Culture Department for making this event possible. Next to me, Albinella, and now I ask the cameraman to switch the camera also to other team members. Yeah, or come closer to me. You know, these people, these friends worked so hard. You see Julien, you see Lilia from the Education and Culture Department. Thank you very much. You did a great job to make this event possible. But I also would like to thank all the alumni preparing these activities, but also to you participating students for taking the time to join us online from all parts of the world. I'm indeed pleased to see that we have so many attendees today with such various experience. Some of you have already experienced the FISU Volunteers Leaders Academy last year. Some of you are discovering what FISU is, and some of you are now really familiar with the university sports movement as you are part of the FVLA alumni program for a few years now. During these 3 days, you will learn about FISU events and opportunities. You will be informed about possible engagements in the NUSF and the Continental University Sports Federations. You get to know the FISU Student Ambassadors Program's details, and you will benefit from the experience of leaders and experts in the fields of volunteer management, leadership, and sport events. This year, we are celebrating the 6th year of the FISU Student Ambassadors Program that will start with the end of FVLA, and I'm delighted that this program could continue and that the content could be delivered to you all to contribute to building a wider university sport movement, despite the current political situation we are all aware of. You all have been chosen by your national or continental university sports federation to be a part of this great program, and I wish you the best of luck in accomplishment of your future missions. I know that you will play an important role in the development of university sport in the future. And I am confident that we can host one of the next editions of the FVLA again on site somewhere, I hope, and to meet in person. Let's keep the fingers crossed that we can meet again in person in the future. But for now, I wish you an excellent day, and I declare the 2023 edition of the FISU Volunteers Leader Academy officially open. Thank you.
And our next speaker is Filippo Corti from Italy, and he's also the participant of the first FISU Volunteer Leaders Academy. And his story would be wonderful, but let me tell you that Italian ambassadors, they are like the family. They are all together, they keep in touch, they have the a separate Instagram profile that you see, that they're sharing all the news, and they're so kind and supportive. Again, Matteo, the new ambassador for Italy, he is taking part in everything that I asked or I wrote in the general chat. So this is another example of the best involvement of the National University Sports Federation in the activities of the FISU student ambassadors. Filippo, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Albina, for your kind words, for your introduction. It's an honor to be here again after FVLA 2021, to be speaker again during such an important educational session, to talk after a friend like Tatiana and Donna. So it's also a pleasure to face and meet young sports volunteers like you, future FISU ambassadors and volunteers leader. I'm sorry, I'm in Rome. I'm in the middle of an administrative meeting with many labor counselors, administrative directors. So it's more than a pleasure to share with you 15 minutes talking about volunteering management and youth, different and amazing fields. So thank you for joining me and us in this special session. I know that I have short time, so I will give you few shots, few pills that refers to the title of the slides that I want to share with you. And this is the second obstacle that I want to overpass. Let's share the screen. Let me check if it's okay. Can you see the slides? Yes, fantastic. So you can see engaging with your National University Sports Federation, Italy perspective. So in these few minutes, I will share with you the Italian experience of ambassadors and FISU ambassadors' legacy in Italy.
Can you just make the speaker view so we can see only one slide, not the rest? Yeah. Like
I'm not sure.
Slideshow is PDF, right? But it's fine like this.
Better?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Few words about me, about Italy, about National University Sports Federation of Italy. Well, as Albina said, I attended the FBLA 2017 as the first participants from Italy. Currently, I am a sport manager. My job is being a sport manager. I am in the Federal Secretary of CUSI, who is the National University Sports Federation of Italy. But first of all, I would like to say that I am a sport lover. And I think this is a common quality that I can share not only with the speakers, but also with the participants of the FBLA. And this is the starting point of our experience in sport management world and in sports career. I had the fortune of being an athlete, a professional one, and I attended the universiades as a player, a football player. And in the third one, I won the gold medal with the football team in Gwangju in South Korea. And after that, I participated in the next universities as an official. So my experience related to FISU games and to FISU events starts in the past. I'm not young like you. And I want to say that I am a speaker here, I think, also because of this all characteristic that belongs to me in relation with university sports world. Few words about Italy. I know, I imagine that you know that we are a country, a small country in Europe. It's the country of pizza. It's the country of Ferrari, of course, of Rome, of Milan, and beautiful cities. But it's also a country of university sport environment, because we have more than 100 universities in this small country, and more than 2 million of university students that have a subscription in a university. So I want to highlight this topic because it's important for me to share with you the context in which I belong. Okay. Few words about CUSI. Now, the correct name is Feder CUSI, because in this year, 2023, we had, as an institution, the recognition of the National Olympic Committee as a sport federation. before this year, we were classified in a different type of institution in sport, and in Italy it's very important to reach this particular category for many topics that I don't want to share with you because these are not important for the presentation. FEDUA is young, CUSI is not young. It was founded in 1946, so the history of National University Sport Federation of Italy belongs to the past. It is recognized, as I said, by the National Olympic Committee, but also by the Ministry of Labor and Social Politics. And this is important because two are the roads of the mission of CUSI in Italy. The first that belongs to Olympic world, so it's to prepare student athletes to compete in the Olympics. But also this is related to social responsibility, so to organize and promote projects for inclusion in sport. That's why universities are so important in the CUSI agenda and in the CUSI daily missions and purposes. How we are organized? There is a central structure. The headquarters is in Rome. And we have 48 peripheric centers that belongs to the university from the north to the south. So we have a University Sports Center in Milan, which is in the north part of Italy, and also University Sports Center in Palermo, who is a city in the south. In each city there is one university or more. Okay, this is important. CUSI is also founder of EUSA. EUSA is the European University Sports Association, so it's the correspective continental university sports federation of our continent, so from Europe. And it is also FISU founder. So in 1949, I am sure you are well prepared because you have, before me, Tatiana and Donna, the introduction of Mr. President and Secretary General. So you are now understanding better and more about FISU. And I want to say that CUSI and Italy have hosted the major number of universities. So our history is related and very in straight connection with FISU and FISU events. You see in this picture 3 faces. Albina said that in Italy, FISU ambassadors are like a family. It's a word important, huge, but there is, I think, a reason for saying that. First of all of these people, Andrea, the ambassador of 2018, Gabriele 2019, and Leonardo 2020 and 2021, are people who share with me the sport love, the first characteristic that I said to you in my first words and in my first slide. All of these people have lived the experience of the FISU Volunteers Leader Academy after me, and this is this testify the legacy that belongs to our experience, and that belongs between us and between the ambassadors and the National University Sports Federation. All of them currently has a role within the National University Sports Federation, who works for, like me, who cooperate in a special or in particular events and projects, who is a volunteer but still active in the agenda events of CUSI, So this is the legacy that belongs to our experience and that I want to share with you. It is a legacy that has also, I can tell you, I'm trying to switch the slide, but it's not working. Let me try again. Okay. It is a legacy that has a reason, because at the starting point of all of the ambassadors' career, there is the National University Sports Support. This is a quotation of our president. Is important. I just want to read it out very quickly, because I know that only 6 minutes are waiting for me, but this is a picture of what means have the support of the National University Sports Federation when you are a student that participate in a FISU Volunteers Leader Academy. FISU Academy is an important opportunity for growth and relationship, as well as responsibility in representing own national university sports reality. In consideration of this, CUSI ambassadors sent to the FVLA have solid roots in CUSI mission and concrete perspectives in its visions. Their involvement in university sports initiative is an added value for young people. If the National University Sport Support is the starting point, there is also some basics in our legacy. I have called rules and attitudes, but it's a sort of roadmap that in Italy we have clear in our mind if we want to start this experience as a volunteers leader in the academy and the FISU ambassador after the academy. The first one is once an ambassador, forever an ambassador. So it means that it's not a contract that you signed and as a finish. It's an idea. It's a participation attitude that you decide to share with your colleagues and also with the colleagues that comes from all over the world. The second point that is important when we organize events and we decide to stay together as an ambassador is the conviction that a real success of a sporting event is represented by the brightness of volunteer smile. I am sure that Tatiana and Donna and especially Albina do agree with me with this sentence, because the volunteering movement is the key for the success of a sport event. My job is being a sport manager, so I have attended many events, and I think that without this important and solid route is impossible to have a special event. We came from Chengdu a few days ago, and I can assure and testify that the smile of the volunteers was impressive. And last but not least, in our rules and attitudes, so we want to remember always what you represent. So it's the representation of course, an institution, so National University Sports Federation, but also a country. So what belongs to the specific characteristic of a country, in our case is Italy. Very quickly, as Albina said, we have Matteo here that is joining the FISU Volunteers Leader Academy. He is the youngest of us. He is an active member of our legacy, of our family. We are sure that he is going to prepare a fantastic action plan for the year in we will be ambassador. But he know already before the start of the FVLA that all the ambassadors of Italy are with him. And this is important because it is not only an experience that Filippo have lived in 2017 and that's all and that's over. Once an ambassador, always an ambassador. And the same is for Andrea, for Gabriele, and for Leonardo. Okay, so Matteo comes from a different city. We have never met him in a frontal event, but we already have a chat together with the others. We share comments, we share opportunities. And I think with the National University Sports Federation support is a good idea of carrying on the legacy that Albina said and wants me to share with you. These are simple plans, simple because I have in my mind to start something similar to what FEDUA did in Argentina. In Chengdu with Tatana, we have the chance to talk a little bit. And this is important, guys, because remember, this opportunity that FISU share and gives you makes you the chance to be in connection with the others. And taking inspiration with the others is nothing to be worried about. It's something that you have to be proud of it. Okay, so talking with the others, sharing with them the experience is important for the future of your career, your National University Sport Federation career, and also your country. Remember what you represent. So volunteer educational program, the Volunteers Leader Academy, the CNU is our National University Championship, and to create a network of volunteers all over the country. In conclusion, that's why I speeded up the last slide. I want to thank FISU for the opportunity to talk to you again about Italy perspective of engaging a student ambassador in National University Sports Federation. Albina, to thank Albina for the words, but also for this amazing job in FVLA. And a suggestion to you guys that you are starting this experience, leave it without expectations, but leave it as an opportunity not to fail. Okay, an occasion, an opportunity of relations, of growth, of possibilities. So you have my contact here. Every country has its own rules, its own attitudes, its own plans, but in common, every National University Sports Federation has for sure two things, and this is my last words. First, the sense of belonging to FISU at the same. Every National University Sports Federation has the sense of belonging to FISU. And secondly, an extreme necessity, need of young volunteers leader to propose activity, to share enthusiasm, to be proactive. So the floor is yours. You have your time, and in Italy, if you want to have some questions, the door is open. My address is here. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Filippo. And that meeting that you had with all the alumni, with Matteo, it was like really important. And I think every FISU student ambassador, the future ambassador, should have the same with their alumni. You would learn a lot from the experiences. At the same time, as Filippo was saying, like he discussed things with Tatiana, which is very important. We showed you like very good examples of different approaches of 3 national and continental university sports federations. And we will share these presentations of Filippo and of Tatiana and Donna, and you can learn from them, which is great. And now we have a few questions. And before I give the word to Julian, I would just mention that Akilbek from Kyrgyzstan, he's studying in Italy now. So in chat, he mentions that maybe he would meet you or some of the guys there while he's studying, because he's like a very active ambassador of ours. So he would then develop his National University Sports Federation as well. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm just gonna relay the question from Stella Rose from Australia. What she mentions that you all speak about engagement. Obviously, that was the topic of the session. But she'd like to maybe you to precise a bit what you mean by engagement, because she feels like in different culture, engagement means something different. So maybe like if you have some examples. And before you answer that, each of you, I have personally a question for each of you. So Filippo, pizza or pasta? Donna, koala or kangaroo? And Tatiana, Boca or River? Please answer that when you actually give your answer to Stella's question. I don't know who wants to start. I don't know, maybe we go in the same order that you guys presented. Like Donna, do you want to start?
Yes, I'm happy to start. Thank you. And I probably don't need to see myself on the screen. There we go. So is it a kangaroo or is it a koala? Some of you might not know that I've just moved to Germany and I'm now with the Rhine-Ruhr 2025 games. So I have my little mascots. It's got to be the koala. I've got to say, if that's the options, but engagement. Let's get to the real question. Engagement means connecting to me. It means connecting with the student to be able to provide them with opportunities. It's connecting with the student to have them involved and take part and have their voice heard and have them speak and reply. So engaging the student is connecting with them. Now, whether that be just simply ensuring that the student replies to an email or can make a Zoom call to have a chat, or and then on the other side is for us to be able to hear the student. So connecting with them is very important. I think that's a simple way for me to put that. I'll pass to Tatiana.
Always Boca. No, if you have another question, I'm here.
How do you consider it? Can you maybe explain how you mean engagement in Argentina? What does it mean for you to have the students engage? Like, what do you expect from them on a daily basis? All of these things.
Sorry, can you repeat, please? Because my connection is bad.
How do you define engagement for you? What is it for you for a student to be engaged? What do you expect from them?
We expect that all participants, when they come to our national academy, they understand what the university movement is, and they then can come back and participate in all different events that we have in our events too.
Thank you. Filippo?
Yeah, it's my turn. Well, pizza if you drink beer, pasta if you drink wine. It's not an easy answer with this simple question. By the way, engagement. It's a particular word because, as you said, I think each country, each structure of national university sports federation and continental one has its own strategy, its own possibilities also. For me, as a sport lover, as a sport manager, the answer and the key is sport. We are National University Sports Federation. We propose with our University Sports Center in Italy, so the 48 peripheric institutions that I told in my first slide, we propose activities, tournaments, inclusion games, many sport events that I think are the key, the perfect key to engage the students. And I add a thing. It is important to communicate well the opportunities that sport propose, because if you don't communicate it, it's difficult to engage. So subscribing all of the words that came from Tatiana and Donna, I add this consideration because it's related to Italy perspective. I hope I did answer.
Thank you, Filippo.
Thank you, Filippo. Thank you, Donna. And thank you, Tatiana. You all heard it was a fantastic session.